There was a man that spent 23 years in jail for a crime he did not commit. And that is horrible in itself. And we have seen those cases so many times. But to add insult to a great injustice, the state of Kansas is not going to give this man a dime for what they done to him.
After 23 years, Lamont McIntyre is a free man, now able to walk outside whenever and appreciate the changing seasons to come. But at age 42, he's starting from scratch.
Now I'm just taking my time and trying to get acclimated, get back to my life.
He has no work experience, no resume, and he'll get no financial or social support from the state, even though he spent years behind bars for a crime he never committed.
The system is supposed to work based on solid evidence that someone has committed a crime.
Kansas offers zero compensation for those who've been wrongfully convicted. KCK State Senator David Haley has been trying to change that for years.
They're not eligible for public assistance. They're not eligible for counseling in Kansas. And so these manifest injustices, I think, need to be addressed, and they need to be compensated.
Last year, his bill, which would have awarded exonerees $80,000 for each year of wrongful incarceration, failed.
We're stealing a part of their lives, and they're not guilty of what they've done, and they should have more than just an apology from the state.
And other states do. Across state line in Missouri, exonerees are awarded $50 a day only if individuals are proven innocent by DNA. Colorado gives $70,000 for each year. Michigan, $50,000. Texas, $80,000, which is why Haley plans on reintroducing this bill this year, thinking about those like McIntyre.
My hope is for people to have hope,
who have dreamed of freedom for so long.
There's a lot of Lamonts in prison today. And my hope is that they'll feel like this Lamont feel right now. But they got to keep that hope.
Before we get started with the commentary, I want to reach out to our supporters and viewers to help us reach our 3,000 member goal on Patreon for a minimum of $2 or $5 a month. I want to thank every person who has joined us on there, because without you, the show would not be going on, because YouTube is mass demonetizing videos, and fan support would be the only way for us to continue the show. Now, this case is beyond horrible, because I've done many stories in the past about people being wrongly incarcerated, and usually the states give them some sort of money. Now, the state of Kansas is a piece of crap. How is it you're going to sit there, know you locked this man up from when he was a teenager all the way up to him, now he's middle age, and don't want to give him anything for what you did wrong to him? On top of, you won't give him money for what you did and took away all those years of his life that he could never get back. He can't get public assistance. He can't get anything. He don't have work skills. He don't have a resume. He's just thrown out there. I mean, this is what the state of Kansas has done to this innocent man. And where's your human decency in the matter? Now, you heard the other brothers say they were trying to pass a bill and they kept striking it down. See, in the criminal justice system, black men suffer like this a lot. There's not a lot of brothers that's in there for committing murders and crimes. They be making stuff up on black men. And because a lot of black people, unfortunately, don't have deep pockets, and they can't get lawyers and pay all that money to get their family member out of trouble, a lot of black people can't even pay for bail, because the average bail that he try to put on people is $50,000. So that's what, $5,000 to pay in bail. And a lot of black people don't have $5,000 laying around like that to get you out. So now you're stuck in jail sometime a year, 2 years for even do your trial. Then you go to a trial with a public defender that works for the state, mind you, but they're supposed to be defending you. And then they be encouraging them to take plea deals, to say they're guilty when they didn't do anything wrong. They don't fight for them. They don't do the right things for them with these so-called public defenders. That's why that system needs to be redone. I think private attorneys need to do the work of a public defender, and then they build the state on that. That way you have a better chance of winning with a private attorney. But that's like common sense kind of things that I'm trying to reveal to you here. But the state of Kansas is completely wrong. There's no way around that to justify that. But when you have these folks who feel that convictions that happen in court automatically people are guilty, and because it don't happen to them, they're not the ones that have the highest population of incarceration, even though that they have the most arrests out of everybody, but yet they have a lower prison population. That doesn't even add up. Usually if you have more arrests for a group of people, then you have the same amount of prison population. But yet blacks are only arrested about 24%, 26% of the time based on the FBI, but yet they're more than 50% of the population. That proves to you right there the racism that's going on in this country. But that's a video for another time. The thing is, the state of Kansas need to do something. Activists need to get involved with these kind of cases, and they need to put pressure on the governor, put pressure on those in the state Senate and the state House to pass a law to help out people like this man. They can allocate funds to help this man out. They'll need a law on the books to do this. The governor can do whatever he want to do. So activists, get involved, do something about it. Call the people up there, call your governor, let them know that, hey, this is wrong and this needs to change, and help this man out. Man, you can't even get a man some assistance. I mean, you took 23 years away from the man's life. At least you can do is try to help this man out to get a job, to get on his feet, because he's have been in society for about 23 years. I mean, it's just people in this country is just making me sick a lot of times how they are with the criminal justice system. That's why I pray the economy of every state go down so much that they can't afford to house people in jail. Just like what happened in the state of Louisiana. They couldn't afford to house people. That's why they started letting a lot of those who did nonviolent offenses go, because they used prison labor as slave labor. And that needs to end in this country. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Share the video, like the commentary, and subscribe for more news stories.